Hello there, Wipper here, and once again, welcome back to another mod showcase. And today, guys, I'm going to be showing you the Guns and Stuff mod, which adds brand new guns into Minecraft, which are really powerful and really fun to use. But before we get onto the guns, I need to show you the new ores that this mod also adds into the game, because these ores are required to craft the guns, and yeah, that's probably going to be very important. But by the way, guys, if we can shoot for 600 likes on this mod showcase, that would be amazing. But let's just get started now with the first kind of ore, which is called steel. Well, I suppose it's not really an ore because you obtain it by whacking some iron ingots in a furnace and then smelting them, and that creates steel. And then you can use this steel to craft a variety of different items. So first up we have the steel blocks, which look very modern, rather nice for like piping in a building or something. I suppose you could retexture these to whatever you want really. And then we've also got some steel glass, which I'm presuming isn't actually steel glass because that'd be kind of impossible. I'm presuming it's steel reinforced glass, and that's what it seems to look like. So yeah, nice transparent glass without any of those lines that I really hate about normal glass, so that's pretty good for decorating your buildings with. And then finally we've got the steel lamp, which is like a redstone lamp. So yeah, it just looks like that, and it's a very modern looking lamp, and it's activated the same as a redstone lamp with the redstone signal, and it looks pretty nice, a nice way to illuminate your buildings. But now let's go down here to the next kind of ore, which is the tin ore. And this one only has one thing you can actually make out of it, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get myself a pickaxe. Yep, I have one in my inventory. Let's just use a tin pickaxe on tin ore, because why not? And whoops, I forgot I was in creative. So let's do this in survival and see what we get. Yes, look at that. So when you actually mine it, it drops some tin ingots. It doesn't actually drop the ore itself, you just get directly from it tin ingots, so you don't have to worry about smelting or anything. And then you can use these tin ingots to craft yourself a tin block, like so. And again, this looks rather modern. It's just a lighter kind of grey colour than the steel blocks, and you could use it to decorate your floor or some kind of science lab or something. That's pretty much what I can see this being used for. But then next up, I need to show you the armor and tool sets for both of these new kinds of ores. So you can see the top row here is a bit lighter in grey, and it's the tin armor and tools. So you can see here we've got a full set of armor, full set of tools for both ores. So I'm just going to go through and show you the damage values for these now. So you can see here that the tin sword does the same amount as the diamond sword. It does 7 attack damage, and if you go down to the next one, you can see the steel sword does 8 attack damage. So this is telling me that the tin armor is just the same as like diamond armor, and that the steel armor is actually better than diamond armor. So if you want to be really strong and kitted up and ready to fight whatever mob you want in the game, then the steel armor is probably the armor you want to go for. So yeah, this mod also adds other ores into the game. It's not just steel and tin. You've also got this new kind of ore here, which is the most powerful and strongest ore in the mod, called amethyst. You've probably seen this in like the Aether mod ages ago or something. It's a really nice looking ore, and you can also craft some amethyst blocks out of this, but we're just going to mine it up now using an amethyst pickaxe and see what this stuff drops. So yeah, we get from that directly some amethyst, and then you can use this to craft a amethyst block in the same way as you'd probably expect. And this is a very vibrant kind of purpley pink colour, very like, it stands out quite a lot. If you put this in your building, it'd be quite garish, wouldn't really recommend that, but yeah, it looks quite unique, I'll just say that. So yeah, that's the amethyst ore. And that's all you can craft out of it really, apart from the armor, which we'll get onto later. But there's also ruby ore, which when you mine it, I'm just going to mine it with this amethyst pickaxe, it drops rubies. Surprise, surprise. I wonder what else it could possibly drop. Bananas? Nah, it's definitely going to drop rubies. So you can see there, once I've mined it, I get some rubies, and then using those rubies, I could craft some ruby blocks to like store it if you've got vast quantities of rubies for some reason, or you could go ahead and craft yourself a full set of armor and tools. But yeah, so in front of me now are the two different armor sets and tool sets that you can craft using these two new ores. So the top row, of course, is ruby because it's red, and then the bottom row is amethyst because it's purple. And yeah, I'm just going to show you the damage values of these now. So you can see there that the ruby sword does 7.5 attack damage, so it's in between like steel and diamond or tin, whatever you want to compare it to. And then we've also got the amethyst, which is the most powerful in the game, which you can see there does 8.5 attack damage, so that's better than steel, and also the protection of the armor is better than steel as well. So yeah, and if I put this on, you can see I look very striking in my purple armor. Very nice. It fits me well, doesn't it? Not really. And I can also put the red armor on and see what I look like in that. Looking rather nice if I say so myself, just very bright red. But yeah, that's it for all of the ores that this mod adds into the game. But I'm just going to finish up by showing you some rather weird items. So in front of me now you can see I've got an obsidian table. You can't actually craft this, there's no way of crafting it. So yeah, it's probably just like a item they put in for fun because you can't actually craft it, and I don't think it randomly spawns anywhere. But if you ever wanted tables in Minecraft, well, now you've actually got a table block, so you don't have to worry about putting like a fence and then a pressure plate on top of it. You've now got a specific like kind of table block. It's a shame you can't craft it because it looks pretty neat. I mean, if you had like quartz seats around here using the signs and stuff, it could look pretty nice. But then finally I'm going to show you some food items that this mod adds into the game. I know it's a really weird kind of mix of stuff in this mod. That's probably why it's called the guns and stuff mod, because it just adds random stuff as well as guns. Because we've got loads of new ores and we've also got food. So first we've got strawberries. And you can harvest these like so, and it drops strawberries. And in this chest down here, I think I've got a load of strawberries. Yeah, and then of course you can eat these to replenish some of your hunger bar. But then next up, we've got corn. And yep, we can just harvest this. And we've got some corn, like corn on the cob here. And in here, we've also got some corn. And then you can actually use this later on to craft popcorn. In fact, I'm going to show you that now. So if you put some of this corn in a furnace, you can actually create some popcorn, which makes sense really when you think about it. And then using this popcorn, you can combine it with a paper bucket, like so, which you can craft like that. And you get some popcorn in a bucket. And then you can eat that, and it replenishes quite a lot of your hunger bar. But then next up, we've got some lettuce. So we're going to hit the lettuce, and we've got some nice lettuces. And you can use this to craft a BLT along with the corn and the tomatoes. Not the corn. Why did I say corn? I meant the tomatoes. And some pork, of course, or bacon. But then finally, we've got some tomatoes here, which look rather similar to the strawberries. I couldn't really tell the difference earlier, but you can see here that this is like the inverse of that in kind of appearance. But you can harvest these and get loads of tomatoes. And in here, of course, we do have some tomatoes. I don't know why I bothered with the chests. But yeah, so as I was saying earlier, you can actually craft a BLT sandwich, and this is made using 2 bits of bread for like the top and the bottom half of it, and then inside you've got some bacon, or cooked pork chop in this case, because there's no bacon in Minecraft. We've also got some lettuce and some tomatoes as well to craft a bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwich. But then finally we've got a donut, and this is pretty much the same crafting recipe as cake, just like flipped 90 degrees in one direction. So yeah, it's just vertical instead of horizontal. And those are all of the new kinds of food that this mod adds into the game. So yeah, a rather weird mix of new items. But now let's actually get into the bit that you've been waiting for, and that is the amazing guns. So yeah, let's just start off with the Redstone machine gun. Oh, and by the way, these 3 guns here, the M16 rifle, the AK-47, and of course the Redstone machine gun, all use this assault rifle bullet ammo. So yeah, you can just use these as ammo, and then you can just start firing, and it shoots out bullets, of course. And you can probably hear them right now. I'm not really sure if I got my sound turned up enough. Let me just turn it up a little bit more so you can actually hear it more. I'm not really sure if that was enough, but yep. So you can just shoot these out, and you can kind of see the bullets. You can see them more when I'm not using shaders. The shaders kind of make them look white, and they're actually black, so just ignore that. But if I spawn down a pig, and then start firing it at the pig, you can see it's very powerful. Look at that, 10 damage done to that pig, and I can do the same with chickens, so goodbye chicken. Yes, it's amazing. Really effective weapon, probably better than arrows because you can fire it more rapidly. So I can spawn down a ton of pigs, and then just open fire on them, and they just all die in one hit. Of course, the tall grass is getting in the way right now, which is a bit of a pain, but I can kill all of these pigs, get all of the delicious bacon, and I could probably go and use that to craft another BLT, and just nom on that all day long. Lovely. But yeah, so that's the Redstone machine gun, and I have noticed that these other 2 guns are rather similar to this Redstone machine gun. I mean, there's probably differences in, like, damage, but I can't really test that. What mob has a load of, like, health? What about an iron golem? We can probably test it out on an iron golem, can't we? So yeah, I'm just going to spawn down an iron golem. Let's see how much damage the Redstone machine gun does. 13 damage. Now let's test out the M16 rifle. And whoa, look at his arms. They just, like, spazzed out. Oh my god. Is that normal? Do they normally do that? They just, like, look at that. What is going on? And why isn't it hitting me? Why isn't it hitting me? It should be hitting me. Okay, that is really peculiar. This golem is just spazzing out right now, but I'm going to shoot it, and that one only does 10 damage, so you can see the difference there. The Redstone machine gun does 13 damage, the M16 rifle, and he's off again, does 10 damage, and let's test out the AK-47, and that does another 10 damage. So the most powerful one is the Redstone machine gun. I can't really test the durability on these. It doesn't seem like they have durability, so they're just infinite. They don't ever run out, which is pretty unique, pretty nice. But now let's move on to another kind of weapon, which is the rocket launcher. And this guy is really starting to annoy me. He thinks he's like a hummingbird or something. What are you doing? Wow. Are you a fly? Are you a hummingbird? What are you even trying to do? Those evil red eyes staring down upon me. Anyway, let's just get away from that guy because he's starting to really creep me out. So yeah, next up we have the rocket launcher. And this, as you're probably going to predict, uses rockets as ammo, which are crafted like that. I'll probably show you the crafting recipes in the top left. You're probably seeing them. But yes, so this rocket launcher fires rockets and they explode on contact with the ground. And it works in a similar fashion to the bow. You just charge it up by holding down the right mouse button. And what does it look like from third person? Not the best. I was expecting like a 3D model or something, but no, it's just sideways pointing over there, but it's actually pointing forwards, so that's kind of positive. But I'm going to fire over there at that tree, and yeah, blow up that tree. Probably not the most effective weapon in the world. The explosions, I was kind of hoping they'd be bigger, but yeah, I can kind of demolish trees. I suppose they're the same kind of power as a TNT block. So these rockets is just as destructive as TNT blocks, and you can just fire them off into the distance. And I don't want to kill that sheep, but that horse can die, and it only did 10 damage. Okay, so if you hit mobs with these rockets, they don't actually explode. They only explode on contact with the ground. I was not expecting that. I was hoping I could like blow up a chicken. That chicken somehow survived. Get back here, chicken. You're not going to survive today. Oh yeah, blown to bits. Look at that. Oh no. What? Oh my god, these chickens are invincible. These are god chickens. I'm never going to be able to kill them. Come on, just die. Ah, finally. No explosion, but yeah, you get the point. And I have actually noticed with these rocket launchers, you can actually like kind of do a rocket jump. It's kind of more difficult than with other mods. Like I remember doing the Redstone handguns mod, and that actually had a rocket launcher which was really effective, and I can actually rocket jump like on top of trees. But this one, not as easy, because there's a little delay from it actually firing and it exploding, which makes it very complicated. And you also have to charge it, which makes it even more complicated. So yeah, you can rocket jump, but yeah, it's not the most effective thing in the world, and I haven't even managed to pull off a single good one yet. No, I just give up. You could probably mess around with it yourself and see if you can manage to pull off any awesome moves, but I just can't today. So yeah, finally I'm going to show you the two different kinds of pistols that this mod adds into the game. So these are a little bit slower to fire than the other kinds of weapons in this mod, but there are two different kinds of pistols. We've got the normal pistol, and then we've got the rapid pistol, and you can probably guess what the difference between these two is. And by the way, these require pistol bullets as ammo, which are just crafted by putting steel into your crafting grid, and you just like shape it into a bullet shape, and then use it as your ammo for the pistol. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the normal pistol, so I can compare the speed of them. So yeah, all you have to do to use this normal pistol is like hold down right mouse button, charge it fully, and then let go, and you'll fire off a pistol shot. And it appears to do 8 damage. And now we've got a lovely iron golem friend starting to spaz out again like a hummingbird for some reason. It's probably because I'm on peaceful and it can't actually attack me, but it thinks it can. And that actually did 10 damage. Seems like the closer you are to it, the more damage it does. But now it gives me a good opportunity to show you the difference between this one and a rapid pistol. So with the normal pistol, I'm presuming it means that you have to like reload after every shot, whereas the rapid pistol is more like a revolver, and it has a set amount of like bullets which you can just revolve around and use all of them one by one, meaning you can fire them off a lot more rapidly. So you can see here, I can just fire off loads and loads of bullets, and I don't have to recharge it or anything like that, or reload it. So that's pretty good. And look at all those apples over there. I've just demolished an apple tree and there's just apples all over the place. Lovely. I would eat one of those, but my hunger bar is full because I'm on peaceful. So yeah, I'll just give those to some horses or something. So yeah guys, that's pretty much everything in this mod. It just adds a load of new guns into Minecraft, and a load of new ores, and even some new kinds of food, like over here. And I think I've blown up my food. Yes, I've blown up the chests and everything. That's probably not very good, but look at that lovely crater. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you in this mod. So thank you for watching everyone, and yes, I'm just going to fire off. Yay! I kind of did a rocket jump there. Yes, look at that distance. I was like 5 blocks into the sky. But yeah, thank you for watching everyone. If you've enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll be seeing you next time.